Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to talk about the pros and cons of real estate investing, and let's get into it. Hi, I'm Natalie Alchdep and welcome to my channel. We talk about real estate and real estate investing, so if that sounds like your jam, please subscribe on the links below and let's get into it. So why real estate? Why bother with real estate investing? Well, there's a lot of cons to real estate investing, so I want to talk about them before we get into the good stuff, the pros. So first of all, with real estate, there's not much potential for aggressive growth compared to other investments like the stock market. Like in the stock market, you can be a day trader and see an incredible jump in your money within a couple of hours and make $20,000 really quickly within a day. That won't happen in real estate. It takes years to build equity. It takes time and patience. So we're talking about 5 years, 10 years, 15. It's a long-term growth strategy. Another reason is it's not liquid. So what I mean by that is that you would have to sell your house to take the equity out of the house to make it cash. That takes at least 30 days typically on average. With the stock market, you can sell your stocks one day, the next day you have the cash. So if you need cash and cash quickly, real estate is not the answer. The third reason is that it takes cash to buy real estate. I know it sounds really hot and sexy to buy a property with 0% down, and there are some programs like the USDA loan, there's the VA loan, there's down payment assistance programs. They don't usually work for investment properties. There are some programs out there I've heard of that you could buy an investment property with 0% down. It's probably unlikely and or extremely difficult. You typically need cash to buy an investment property, somewhere between 10 and 30%. So start saving your money. And then owning a house and dealing with tenants is not a walk in the park. It's a pain in the butt, and it's not for the faint of heart, and it takes work. So think of it like you're a CEO. Are you in the position where you want to take on that responsibility of having tenants and dealing with that? It's work, it's not simple. The people who say it's easy, it's not true, and we'll do videos on how to manage tenants and how to fill tenants, but this is, it's something you need to consider. And finally, there's risk involved. There's risk with every single investment. So this is no different. Real estate is something that you could lose money on. So it's just something you need to think about over the long term. What type of investments do you want? Do you want a real estate investment? Do you want a stock investment? Whatever business investment. There's different types of investments. They all have some sort of risk. So those are some of the cons. Now let's get into the pros. This is really exciting. This is what gets my juices flowing. I love real estate because there are so many benefits. So one thing I like about real estate is that it's a tangible asset. And what I mean by that is I can go up to the building that I own, the property, the house I own, and knock on the door and be like, this is mine, I have it. So that's exciting, You don't have to think about having 100 shares of a stock that, you may have, and where is it, and is it just a piece of paper, or is it just on the computer? It's something that you could actually go visit. Another thing is, if all hell breaks loose, I can actually go to one of the properties that I own and live there, and be there if that's a problem. So you can live in your property where you cannot live in the stock market, so that's another benefit. It has a lower volatility rate than the stock market. So as I mentioned before, you could make $20,000 a day really quickly if you're a day trader, and that's very exciting. On the flip side, you can't lose that much very quickly. Like in the stock market, you could lose $20,000 in a day pretty quickly. There's a lower volatility rate. It doesn't just drop. It doesn't just go up, but it doesn't just drop either. It's a very steady climb, or a steady decrease. It's a steady Eddie investment. Now this is the one that everybody really gets really excited about and really jazzed about, is that you have cash flow and cash flow benefits. It's great if your property's cash flow, but there's another benefit to it as well, which is taxes. So you get tax benefits when you buy an investment property, and some people, if they lose money or break even, that's still good because the tax benefits offset their income on their tax returns. And we can talk more about taxes as well, but that's another benefit. Another benefit that I like is the long-term investment appreciation. over the course of time, your property should increase in value. Just kind of like the stock market as well. Over the course of time, if you keep your properties in the S&P 500 stock and ETF, it will increase in value, hopefully, right? So the real estate market, or your real estate investment, is similar. And the last but not least, great, wonderful, amazing benefit is other people's money. This is amazing because other people, the bank, the lender, is giving you money to buy a property for yourself. Either you're gonna live there, which is amazing, or you're renting it out and investing it, which is super amazing. So someone is giving you money to buy a property for your benefit. A better investment than that. No one's gonna give you money to invest in the stock market. That just doesn't happen. Or other investments. There might be other investments where you can get a loan for it. But this is a really good one. And I wanted to give you an example of some of the long-term appreciation and other people's money and how that kind of works. So if I bought an investment, or if you bought an investment property for $100,000. So you bought an investment property for $100,000 and it increased 3% over the year, which is pretty normal, right? And you bought it for cash. So you put $100,000 in and it increased $3,000. You made 3% on your $100,000 investment. Not very exciting. Now, if you borrowed the money and you only put $15,000, but the bank gave you money for the rest, $85,000, and it increased 3%, now you have $3,000 for your $15,000 investment, and that is a 20% investment. So that's really exciting, and that's kind of how leveraging other people's money work and how appreciation works into your benefit. So those are some of the pros, and check out my other videos that would talk about more real estate investing strategies for you to get started. See you in the next video.